Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Cheryl Selman, and welcome back to these enlightening conversations that I am having with Lisa Golda, who is so dedicated and so experienced and so wise in the use of the Healy technology and many other technologies. And to continue these educational conversations, I really wanted Lisa to talk about the ebook that she has put together called 5 Weeks to Healing. Is that what it is, Lisa? Remind me.
Yes, thank you very much. So this ebook, it's called 5 Weeks to Success, Healy System from the Beginning. It's a long name, but the name is program.
I just want to say, and then I want Lisa to explain what is in this ebook and why I was thrilled to discover it, because getting the Healy is so exciting for people. But the next step is, how best do you use the Healy? What is the system you need to integrate into your life? How do you work with the programs? How often? Which ones? And, how do you know that it's working? These are important questions. And unless we have a direction and a path, we may not fully utilize our Healy or recognize the benefits. So this was a question I had, and that's why when I met Lisa, who has put together a step-by-step program, she is offering us the solution that I was looking for, and I think so many people are looking for. So Lisa, please tell us about this ebook that you have put together and why you created it. Let's start there.
Oh, with all my heart, this is my most beloved tiny little ebook with 17 pages. Why 17 pages? I will answer you in an unusual way. The prime numbers of the continuum of the natural numbers are only divisible to themselves or one. These are special numbers like the 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. Oh, 17. Yes, it's a prime number. And why are they so important? Because they indicate a development, a next step. Every time if a new prime number appears on the continuum of natural numbers, a new way of dividing is created. The continuum of numbers is going to the next level. And if you are working with these prime numbers, you indicate for your process the same thing. Use the prime numbers if you want to go to a next level. So I choose the 17 because I love this number very much, and I want to dedicate it to the process of changing, of going to a next step, a next level. Why did I create this book? So many people have their Healys. They get the Healy. It's very useful to do it on the phone. Oh, it's wonderful. We are all used to the phone, in the internet, in YouTube and Facebook and the groups, and we are using it every day. And now the Healy comes. Finally, the Healy has come. We can use this and try every program. We do this and that, and we discover, oh, it's important. Oh, my headache is gone. But after a week or two, how do I use it? What shall I do next? Where is the rhythm? Why should I buy it? I have several health issues and claims. I want to get better. But how can I start with it? This was nothing and nowhere explained. So I tried to fill the gap with my experience and created this tiny little book, The 5 Weeks to Success, Healy System from the Beginning. As we talked in former videos, we are all living in rhythms, day and night, inhaling, exhaling, the beat of our hearts, yes, taking food and metabolism. All this, we are living in rhythm. And if we want to establish a new rhythm, We have to be guided to this. Former we take on how to play the violin. We don't take a lesson this every then and now. We will take our lessons, our trainings. We will have exercise every day. Every sportsman does it. Every person learning a new language. Oh, a new language. I think we are learning a new language here. Aren't we learning the language of frequencies? Isn't it that? Learning the language of frequencies is a special thing because we have to think different. But how? We can use our cell phone and we can use the Healy, but how can we apply this for everyday using in our daily life? How we can establish a rhythm in our life that we can benefit these frequencies? If we use it very often and in a regular way, our body can remind and remember the natural frequencies that are inside the Healy to stimulate each cell on its specific way. So let's learn the language of frequency and apply it every day. The wonderful therapists Nuno Nina and Jan Frederick Polisinski, they have created 2 cycles which I call the basic cycles of the Healy. It's the Nuno Nina Gold cycle, the yellow page, and the deep cycle in silver gray from Jan Frederick Polisinski. And the 2 ones guide us, Nuno Nina like the sun and Jan Frederick like the moon on the silver one. I choose these 2 because they are 2 in every Healy, even on the Healy Gold. We have these 2 pages with holistic programs inside, and I began to combine them. At first, we can start with the Gold cycle. And I choose 5 weeks to success because 5 is a prime number 2. And if you do this 5 weeks, you create for yourself a new rhythm, a really new rhythm for everyday Healy use. And I can promise you, after the 5 weeks, you are not the same person than ever before, because you have adapted to the frequent using of the Healy. Your body has adapted to frequencies, to new frequencies, and remembering to its natural vibrating. We start with the Gold cycle. Then the next week, the next 2 weeks, we apply the deep cycle and put them together so that the frequencies can be established in our organism. We will do them the morning and in the afternoon or in the evening. And in the later weeks, we have an additional opportunity in the afternoon, in the early afternoon. You can use your special program, whatever it is, or you can use the special created programs. I create individual programs for my patients, and these individual programs you can add in noon or in the early afternoon too, and have the benefit of your personal programs with the mental and the guiding of the Gold cycle like the sun and the deep cycle like the moon. I have so much testimonials that people love it to come to a rhythm, to create a new rhythm in their life with frequencies, with the daily healing using. And while doing this 5 weeks to success, there are additional pages. It's a diary of your feelings. Which program did I use? How I felt afterwards. This will indicate that you have to think about yourself. You are not living too much in the outside world. I invite you with this to go inside and feel in the middle of yourself. How did I feel after energy work? How did I feel after the sleeping program? Or like pure, how like the detox program or whatever. I use a program. Afterwards, I will ask myself, how I have felt after using it. This invites us to have an inner view of ourselves, maybe to meditate, maybe to feel in our inner being, feeling, and express it. Oh, I recognize I felt like this and that. I will write it down. This will give you another guidance and another door to reopen to yourself. And finally, there are lots of questions. What do I do if this and that? And there will be the answer. If there are some people with strong issues and long time ill persons, they will not be ready with the 5 weeks to success. There I'm offering too, you can use this, you can use this and that. I've written several programs for several situations and health topics. You can have individual programs. I can support you with a time wafer analysis, with a time wafer guidance and a holistic program of mosaic medicine. The programs, you can repeat them again and again, or if later you have another programs or you buy another list from the Healy pages, you can add them in week 4 and 5 in noon or afternoon. So you can use this 5 weeks to success in so many ways that you will really have a success.
I love what you've done with this program. And I want us to talk about 2 things. I want you to talk about the gold program so people really appreciate what Nuno Nina has done. And let's start there. Can you just give us more insight and understanding of the benefit of the gold program and the different categories within it?
So the gold program was the first program we received in our time wafer frequency when it came up. There were some automizations, they call it automizations, we call now Healy programs, yes. They have yet been in our time wafer frequency therapist device. And they are added at first in the Healy to have the core, the basic programs of all. So Nuno Nina, as the developer, he has thought a lot of how he would combine the frequencies in a holistic way. So if you only use the gold cycle, you have yet a holistic treatment. Let's talk about energy. If you need some power, if you are in the morning a little bit tired, or if there's a conference and you will be concentrated very well, take the energy program and it will give you an inner force, a concentration and the well-being for the upcoming task. If you are a little bit tired, you can do the relax program. Yes, the relax will take the stress away and you will calm down. It's a very wonderful program after the conference or in the evening to fall asleep. If you have some headaches, if you don't feel a little bit unwell, do the release program. Release is calming down your pain, is calming down your stress in another way. You calm down, the release is too good. If you use it after surgeries, after a tiny little shock, if you are fallen or if your children fall upon their knees or whatever, do the release program. It's like a kiss and a hug. You will soon recover, you will be better. This is the release program. If you want to detox, if you want to support your detoxing organs, like the kidneys, liver, you can do the pure. The pure is stimulating all the organs that support the digestion, the coming out, the detoxing, the metabolism. It's a very holistic program to support you on a corporal way, on the matter way. The being program from Nuno Nina is the mental and soul, the emotional way. If you want to rebalance yourself after a stress, take the being and balance your soul. So balance will a little bit include all of them. If you're feeling you are out of balance, if you are stressed, if you have so many tasks, if you are a little bit overwhelmed, you can rebalance your whole organism, body, mind, and soul. Be more focused on your daily schedule as ever before. These all are wonderful programs to support you in a holistic way. And this is the reason because I took them for the first programs of the 5 weeks to success. So your rhythm of a daily usage is increased. Your rhythm of using frequencies for yourself is increased. The holistic program of the Gold Cycle will increase all of your body, mind, and soul activities. It's a very holistic week, the first one. And normally after the first week, you should yet feel different, because 14 programs in a week can change a little bit or a little bit more. You will feel it. If you listen to yourself, if you observe yourself, and I'm inviting to observe yourself with a daily diary. How did you felt after using this or that program? If you do it seriously, you will really feel the difference.
And Lisa, also talk about the deep cycle and explain what that really is for and the benefit of the deep cycle programs for us.
With a great pleasure. The author of the Deep Cycle program, this is Jan Fredrik Bolesinski, a Norwegian researcher and therapist with a clinic over there. And he is a near friend of Nuno Nina, and they work together so that Nuno Nina have the opportunity to work very early with the upcoming frequency device, with the time waver frequency device. And he wrote the Deep Cycle to go more in the emotional direction. The Gold Cycle is more the corporal way, and the Deep Cycle is the emotional way.
Well, we start with the first, second, and third application.
These are short units which will support the person who takes them in a tiny little way to go into the frequencies. If you have some health issues, maybe Borrelia and co-infections, Lyme disease, or electrosensitivity, multiple chemical sensitivity, or fatigue syndrome, you will maybe not be able to take the whole frequency program as we described it. So you can start with a more tiny program, more smooth and soft program to slide in the frequency process. So I would recommend to do the first, the second, and the third program from the Deep Cycle concept. The first treatment you can do several ways until you feel okay, you feel familiar with this. Even the second and the third treatment as well. Take them as often as you feel familiar with this program and with the frequency. The diary of your daily feeling will help you to figure out what's that, how I'm feeling. Think about this. I want to take a remark from a wonderful therapist of the US, Carolyn McMaken. Carolyn McMaken said, "Look in the sky. What do you see there? Oh, it's the color blue." "What is blue?" she said. "Blue is a frequency of an electromagnetic field of the light spectrum that we are used to see. We give it the name blue. This is one frequency with a name. But all of these frequencies in our Healy, they don't have a name like blue or red or green. Yes, these are frequencies we are used to see and to name, and we are familiar with it. But with the frequency here, we didn't learn them. We take them as naturally. We didn't sharp our feelings to describe them. with whatever name or feeling. It's a little bit flu or vague. For this, I invite you to do the diary. How do I feel? Sleepy, excited, full of energy, full of motivation, relaxed, calm, ready to sleep. Let's learn to name our frequency by how we felt if we used them.
So you start with the first, second, and third application is recommended.
Mm-hmm.
Get familiar with these frequencies with your body. And then the next one is the breath of life.
The breath of life has a special meaning, like everything in the deep cycle concept. Breath of life is breathing. The lungs are connected to the feeling of grief. Yes? If the lungs doesn't function as it should, they are in the Chinese medicine and in other kinds of medicines connected to grief. And if there is something in your life where you want to let it go, to let it behind you, take the breath of life. You will strengthen your lungs and at the same time let grief go away. It's not the first one, but the indication of this is overcome the grief and come back to the breath of life.
Beautiful. Okay, and then clean all.
Clean all is in Germany digest all. Yes? Digest all is a digestion. It's talking about the intestinum. How do I deal with bad information, with stress, with things I have to swallow and they are heavy in our stomach? Yes? We can sometimes hardly digest our emotion, our feelings, our trauma, and they lay like a stone in our stomach and our intestinum. The Clean All program from Deep Cycle should help to digest these inner stones of emotional traumata and history. Clean All will be that you clean yourself, you digest and let it go so you can be free and cleaned for a new, better and wonderful new experience.
And then we have go to the roots.
We can reset, reground, go to the roots, be again grounded and stable. It can increase stability and strong being in our life. Go to the roots, develop strong roots where you are, and be fit and good on the ground there where you stand.
The next one is free flow.
Free flow is for the soul. The soul should be easy and leisure. It's a little bit like breathe, the second program that we talked about. Free flow is to enlighten yourself, to overcome all things that are heavy in your life.
Then we have renewal.
Renewal is a little bit of this. It will support and increase the rebuilding of ourselves and renew ourselves. So if we renew ourselves, we let old things go, but not only old things go, we are able to rebuild ourselves. We can reconstruct ourselves as well as our affirmations, our ideas, our thinking, our focus.
Male and female kidney.
Mm-hmm. These are two kidney programs for male and female because the hormone system, the female and male hormone system is involved in the kidneys in the European system. The kidneys are the first organs in the Chinese medicine. Kidneys and lungs, we have double. We have one heart, one liver, one mills, one spleen, one this and one that, but two kidneys and two lungs. Why do we have this? Because they are so important. The lungs detoxify our system with the tiny acids. The CO2, we know it's the carbon acid. We respire and let go the smaller acids. The most important acids in our body are removed from the kidneys. The kidneys work, they wash our blood, they detoxify, and they de-acid our organism. So both are very important, because all the acid that we store in our body, they increase pain, they increase inflammation, they increase maybe cancer, yes, they increase illness and diseases. So we have to let the acids go to become alkaline again, and the kidneys are the great workers of this. So the kidneys are combined with hormones. The kidneys and the adrenals work together in place, and two with the hormone system. So Jan Fredrik programmed them together with the hormone system of male and female. It's a very important program. Do it normally twice a week, minimum.
Lisa, do the kidney programs also, because the kidney energy in Chinese medicine relates to fear, do they also help to resolve fear?
Yes, of course. In Chinese medicine, it's related to fear, anxiety. We know it from dogs. When dogs have fear, they begin to urine. It's a clear sign of fear. And if we strengthen our kidneys, we can strengthen our inner power. Yes, of course, they are related. Thank you, Cheryl, for this hint.
And the last one is pure calm.
Pure calm is also for the soul. It's like a sleeping program that we can let all go and concentrate on our inner path.
You know, thank you so much for helping us to understand the deep cycle, because I haven't been clear about that myself. And just to reiterate what you're saying, the gold cycle is more on the physical level of cleansing, detoxifying, strengthening, energizing, relaxing, immune enhancement, things like that. And the deep cycle is working on cleansing the emotional traumas, beliefs, limitations that we carry, because both the clearing and healing on emotional level is critical for healing on the physical, and equally we need to strengthen the physical to help resolve the emotional. So they are working together in a balanced way for our overall healing.
Yes, it is. And it's always connected. Body, mind, and soul is every time connected. And I can add 3 other deep cycle programs. It's very new. Jan Fredrik dedicated the programs to all people in the world to get healthy. And he gave me 3 unpublished programs to give it to people, and you can buy it in the shop. These are an energy work. It will go all the night and help you to detoxify, to have a good sleep, and have a good start in the new next day again. It's called energy work. And there's another for sensitive people, and it will help to strengthen sensitive people to do their daily schedule and become more and more strong. And there's another energy program. It's a little bit compared to the energy program from Nunu Nina and the energy program from Jan Fredrik in the deep cycle, the third of them. It will give you mental strength and energy that you are well prepared for your emotional schedule that you have to focus every day. These 3, they are special and only available in the Mosaic shop. And of course, they are described in a little booklet, what they will mean, and with a paper, with a letter from Jan Fredrik that I shall publish. And you will all receive all together this booklet if you are interested in one or all three frequency programs. And you can share it too, share it to the world. We will inform and give it.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You put so much work into this, Lisa, and thank you for doing that. And if people want to get the ebook, The 5 Weeks of Success, which I think is fundamental, I think it's essential that everyone have this for ourselves and to share it with clients and people who are interested in learning more. It's essential because it really will give us a plan to follow to get the real results we're looking for. I love that. And we'll give a link so people can order that and to get more information from your website as well. Wow, this has been great. This has been so informative. And again, I'm so grateful that you put the time and energy into making these ebooks that are really the guides to help us become masters of our healing and our healing from our healing.
Mm-hmm. We are international thinkers, we both, and we are doing international work. So the book is available in German and English. But we are doing work for Spanish, for French, Turkish, and Netherlands, and maybe to add more languages, to dedicate it to people in all of the world to be connected in their mother language, to read it and follow it even better. So I think it's important to know if Healy will spread to South America or to other countries in the world with their native languages. I think it's important because you feel more familiar and you dive more in if you can read it in your mother language. So we will try to add more and more languages. The next one, French, Spain, Turkish, and Netherlands. Hope it will help more people to reach more people in the world too.
That's the goal, is reaching out into the world, which you're doing. So Lisa Golda, thank you so much for the work you're doing, for your time today, for your wisdom. It's so appreciated. And we'll be talking again soon because we have more of these conversations scheduled. So
yes,
we can dive more deeply into the healing and discover the amazing benefits that are available from our healing technology. So thank you so much, Lisa. And thank you all for being here, sharing this healing technology with the world. Take care. Bye for now, everyone.
Thank you too. I am so thankful to have the opportunity to give this knowledge to the world. There's so much to say and so much to discover. My most loved things is learning and teaching. It's our work to do it holistic, and we will discover in the next conversations, we will discover more and more what we can do for our all-day life with the Healy. Thank you so much, and we will see us soon to continue our lessons. Thank you so much. Greetings from Germany.
Thank you all. Bye for now.